systems. Guys, give me a moment if you're here already and can see me. I can't see you yet. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm trying something different this time. Where am I visible? Might just take a moment. I think I've got it. Okay. So, guys, can you already see me and hear me as well? So, okay, hi. Hi, Anuyan. Hi, Sandeep. Hi, Tanvi. Hi, Aditi. It's so good to see you guys here also. And can you want me to change the camera setting? Okay, then you'll have to give me a moment. 1 second. I don't know. Hang on. Let me just go back and change the setting. Can I pause this? Wait, guys. I am coming live after I don't know how many months. So it's been quite a while since I came on YouTube. And I think all of us know how the last 2 years have been. That's good. Is that good? So I think you can see me now. How about that? Camera is straight now. Does that work? Okay, great. So, guys, most of you know me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I have been talking about past lives and the importance of past lives there too. Is something coming to your mind when I say why are past lives important? And I might not speak very loudly because I'm going easy on my throat. Last two times I thought about announcing a live, I came down with a bad bout of throat infection and I healed very well. So 2 days back, I thought about letting you all know that I'm finally doing this live. And lo and behold, I came down with this high fever and out of nowhere. And I've not been interacting with anybody. So yes, we're in a good phase, planet to astrologically, where we can manifest easily. So I have manifested here this life for you all, and I'm doing absolutely fine. Within the 2 days, I've healed myself well, and I'm back on work. So, if something comes to your mind or you can understand, you would like to tell me why you think past lives are important, why we must know about them, please go ahead, share your views in the comments. And also, many of you here are aware of the concepts of quantum physics. and it's a very interesting subject and a never ending one. When I say that past lives are important, understand it from two different perspectives. One from your individual standpoint, and the other from a collective or a bigger level place. When we talk about past lives in our culture, in our Vedic texts, religious texts, we've been taught that we reincarnate and that we have past lives. So, if I am here talking to you about your past lives, why does it become so important for you now? The reason is because time is relevant or moves in a linear fashion like past, present, and future only on Earth or on the 3D plane, which means you have already moved past a life which is your past, but you are being affected by whatever you've done there now. You would say, why would you get affected by something you've done in the past, and how does it make sense to your present circumstances? I'll tell you. Because we are born on the 3D plane, we are tied to the concept of karma. And karma is something it works in loops. We cannot get out of karma unless we break the pattern, we break the cycle that keeps pulling us back into the phase or the aspects of doing and redoing. I'm not saying undoing. When you learn to undo what you've done, that's when you get liberation from the cycle of karma. So it keeps you tied to the concept of birth and rebirth. Karma keeps you tied to birth and rebirth. Now, when you have taken birth here and again, suppose a lot of you were here and you're joining me on the live, many of you are going to be watching me after the live. So you will understand that the time when we are taking this session is the present moment. When you're going to watch or somebody else watches me later, that's my future, but their present. But again, everything is happening simultaneously. Why? Because there is no concept of time outside of the 3D world or the 3D dimension, the third dimension that we are a part of. Now, when I say that we are living in a three-dimensional reality, we are also governed by its rules and regulations. So, one strong aspect is the karma. This is where knowing about your past lives and its importance is very significant. Once you understand the things you've done in the past or in the past life or in past lives, so when I say past lives, that means there is a pattern of something you have been doing and redoing again and again and again. You're doing something that keeps bringing you back in the human form so that you learn the lesson and you can help yourself come out of that. You can help yourself put an end to that pattern there. So, this is one thing. Now, let's move to the next stage. Do you have any questions? Anybody, if you have any questions about this, you can just put it in the comments and I'll be answering that. I will be reading for you individually. And but before that, you need to understand why I am doing this. So, moving to the next stage, when I say that time is only a concept invented or created by human beings, it's not even relevant beyond the 3D plane. So, if we are working on this concept, and let's put it aside for a moment, time does not exist. So, when I say past life, when I say present one, and then I talk about a future life, what are all these lives? Any guesses? Yes. All these lives are happening for you simultaneously. All these lives are happening for you simultaneously. So if there is a Kavya talking to you here and now, There is also a Kavya talking to a different set of people or a crowd of people 5 minutes before this is taking place, and there's a different Kavya talking to a different set of people a few minutes from now. You'd say, how is that possible? I'm right here in front of you. It is. In a different reality, it is possible. Let's talk a little about astrology and make it more interesting. When somebody says that I'm going to start a company or I'm going to name my baby, but it must happen on a particular day according to the astrological and planetary alignment, the most suitable and favorable time, I'm going to start this work, or I'm going to start my journey, or I'm going to name this child, name my baby. What are you doing? This is much bigger than we've ever thought about. So what you are doing here is picking a time according to the planetary movements and alignment, and that again is a timeline. Every second that we are here or we choose to work on is a timeline we are grabbing and working upon, or we are choosing to let go. So, you must have heard that now many people do not believe in astrology. Astrology is not something humdrum, but it's a very vast science. You would understand it's completely based on logic. If you understand this science, you can even predict the time when the person is going to sneeze. So it's that predictable, yes. So you are working on different timelines if you are choosing a path or a particular second, minute, hour through astrological calculations. That's how you can even arrive at the best time for yourself or the most favorable time that you can start or get a job done. And I think a lot of us do believe in this. We believe in the numerological science also. Many of you do believe in astrology and numerology. Now, another thing that I was telling you about was if and where time is just a concept invented by us, then what are these past lives? And when I said that these are all happening simultaneously, then how are you here with me? This is because the group of people who are presently watching me or are presently looking at this information or are on the vibrations where they have been seeking this kind of information, this message is going to be sent to them or they will receive this message in any form. So if you like to share this information with somebody, please feel free to do that. They may be looking for it and you might just become a channel for them. So, now, when I am going to reveal to you your past lives, that it does not mean that these were the only past lives that you've led. There may have been thousands and thousands of past lives. But the ones that are most significant for you to know at this point in time will be the ones I will be guided to with the help of my guides. I will see that and I will relate to you. There may be one, there may be more than one, I don't know until I connect. But remember one thing, if you have been given this opportunity to learn about that past life or a pattern that you've created in the past life and that may be currently playing in this phase in your life, maybe momentarily for a few weeks, for a few months, for a few years, then you have an opportunity to redirect your energy to not allow yourself to repeat this pattern. Yes, for knowing is a big, big hand on knowledge. So when you know what it is that has brought you here, you will also understand how you can use your knowledge in the present time to change that. Now, a third and a very important aspect of the past lives or the information you get on the past lives is when you have been given this knowledge as to what you can do or what is the pattern that you've been dealing with or you've been repeating in these past lives, you I'm sorry, I'm already beginning to receive some messages, but hang on. So when you are being given this knowledge as to what it is you need to work on in the present time, understand. Let's put the concept of past lives aside. You are changing your present and make allowing a shift to happen in that parallel life over there, where the pattern still exists. Many of you have sought psychic readings, many of you have taken tarot readings, and there will be times where 90% of the things said in the reading resonate with you, 10% changes, or maybe 1% changes. That is because we are creators, and when you have knowledge about the things that you can do to make a change in your future, remember, future is dynamic. You're always creating future. It's not set in stone. So with that 10% of your energy in your thoughts, you change your thoughts and the future course of action changes, or your destination changes. So that's how, when you're being given this information about a past life, you are also being given this opportunity to make amends here, so that you benefit your parallel lives also. So if there are any questions, I would take them here now before we proceed with individual readings. And it's 18:18 on the clock. If there are any questions, let's see. So guys, please hit the like button. I don't know whenever this live streaming is on, when it's going off. I'm not sure. But I just hope that you all can hear me and see me clearly. All right. Yes, Aditi says because past lives are important to know about, because we have karmic account of past lives. Yes. Okay, so you just started reading. Oh yes, Sunny says it's 9:09 on the clock. Heather says, oh great. Thank you, Heather. How can you change the pattern? Yes. So Aditi wants to know, how can we change the pattern once we have the knowledge? So see, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people may be having a karmic pattern with their financial aspect of life. Some people may be having a karmic pattern with their relationships. Some people may be having a karmic pattern with their belief systems. Suppose somebody has been very dependent or codependent on someone over several past lives, or maybe with different partners in different past lives. Now, in the present life, they may be having a very shaky relationship or very difficult relationship, accepting the fact that they need to be on their own feet. They need to stop depending on other people and take charge and responsibility of their life. This could be a pattern with them, where they have been just letting their life while away, waiting for the other person to take care of them. But because we are all creators, it's always in our hands to take the reins and change the course of time or the path of life we're on. So when you know, now if suppose it's with somebody who has been in the habit of gambling and losing wealth and bringing misery to their loved ones. Now this is a pattern. They may not always do it with money. They may be doing it with their wealth. They could be doing it with their resources. They could be doing it with a stable work situation or just anything. So knowing about a pattern or a trait with them that's so imminent over past lives, and they need to change it now, otherwise they're going to land in thick soup with the present one as well. They will have to make conscious efforts not to gamble. So I hope that example helps you. All right. Oh, Nikita asks, does past life also affect our career? Past lives can affect anything and everything. So actually, this is us. We are the creator. If we're creating now, we've created there also. We've created some things over there that we do not want to see now, or which was only relevant in that time. But those beliefs in the present life, in the present century, in the present year, the present era, does not make sense. So somebody, if for an example, somebody has been conditioned in a past life to only save money, and never to use money, never to spend anything on their own, on their own, for their own needs, and to lead a very meager life. Now, in the current era, we know that our beliefs around money, that either brings us riches or keeps us away from abundance. So, if we nurture the same mentality that we had 200 years ago, because in those times people were living at the time of recession, people were living at the time of World War, and many other things, the economy wasn't very strong, and there were many independence fights happening over the years. So, if we still live with that kind of concept, we are going to grow to believe that money is hard to come by, it's very difficult, and I cannot have money, and therefore I must only keep and save everything I have, leading a very, very miserable life. There have been people who have, at the last moment, bequeathed their entire will to trusts, into institutions, and because they didn't have any family members, and they have led their life very frugally, and had a very difficult time. But in the end, when they have passed on their will, the money, the amount has been huge, huge, huge in number. How good was their life while they were living it? So, yes, anything and everything we create in our thoughts right now does contribute to becoming our belief system, and repeatedly living this belief system becomes our programming and passes on to our future lives. So, is there anything, any other question? Let's see. Okay. So, we have a question from Somali Samantha. She wants to know why she's suffering from an autoimmune disease. What is the cure of this health situation? Okay, autoimmune disease, something that's chronic, long term, or medically irreparable or irreversible, is known to come from a past life. This usually is a very strongly set implant or programming in the mind, or something happened that triggered this kind of response in the body, in the immune system. And I'm not going to go too much in detail about this because this is a very, very vast topic, and it's going to be very individual for everybody. But remember, if something is long term and or is chronic, you've been dealing with it for years and years, there is a strong message that you need to understand, that your body is giving you give signs and symbols to pay attention to now and then. Okay, so let's go deeper, guys, and let's see. Let's look into your past lives now. Okay, so I'm going to take a moment, and I may not be looking at questions that time when I am seeing your past lives. But please keep your likes and questions flowing here in the comments. That helps me understand that the stream is still going live and I can continue. So I'm going to be reading whoever I feel drawn to. Okay. First name I'm hearing is Aditi. Aditi Casey. Okay. So Aditi, I'm hearing that there are some karmic around accounts between you and your child, your son. This child is going to demand a lot of attention, and maybe you will realize that this child is easier for other people to handle than for you. This child creates more of a demanding energy around you, not just because you're the mother, but because I see that there have been There are past accounts here that say that you have always been very engrossed with work and creating big name through business in a very immediate past life, and that did not allow you to devote a lot of time to this child who was not a child in your past life but a close family member. And this time around, this family member has chosen to come to you in the body of your son, and you will see that this child is constantly seeking your attention. There will be times where you will feel very stressed, not because the child is very small, but there's this constant energy of feeling stressed. What you can do to help yourself not get tied in this energy is to regularly, or maybe almost 2 or 3 days, just dip your feet in lukewarm water with some soothing salts or lavender or lemongrass essential oil. We have these different points in the soles of our feet that help to channel energy or release energy. So this is going to help you make it a habit, and you'll see that this is definitely going to relax you and not give away too much of your energy. And you need to make me time for yourself again and again. um, I also see that the moment this child sees you, even when he's grown up, that you're not giving too much time and attention, or you're just simply paying time and attention to something else, he's going to be very, very cross, and you might even see tantrums. So this is going to continue maybe till his teenage. So do not worry. You're going to be a good mama. I don't see any issues with that. But yes, this is something you'll have to pay attention to. Heather Smith. Heather. So moving on to Heather. Guys, I hope you all have your picture. Aditi says, "Oh my God, yes, I've been feeling this lately. I'm always worked up and stressed. I feel I have become a different person after I've had the baby. Thank you so much." Oh, so you're so welcome, Aditi. I hope this helped. And guys, every one of you who does not have a picture on their DP, please put up your picture if you'd like me to read for you. That helps me to connect with you. And moving on to Heather Smith. Heather, just let me connect. Heather, I am receiving that you always need to be close to your mother. Your motherly figure is standing out here. Standing out in your reading, and my guides are telling me that she needs to go back to her mother. And I do not know if your mother is here or is in spirit, but you need to apologize to her. And you will always have to have her blessing on your back and on your head, because I see that a lot of karma is coming to you from there. There's a lot of pending energy, pending blessings. I see an obstacle and that could be coming in the way of a lot of the blessings you should be experiencing in the life now. And I feel like you need to apologize. And I'm also getting, I don't know if this is in the present life or in the past life. Heather, if you could please confirm. There was a time that when the mother was ailing, and there wasn't anybody around her. There was need for food and medicines, but it did not reach her, or the mother did not have anybody to talk about her needs to. So that could have worsened the situation for her. But I'm seeing a motherly figure ailing, and I'm also seeing that there are obstacles on your path because you need to get the blessings from your mother. Great. If there's been anything in the past, Heather, you would have to take care of this, and also in the coming time in future, you'll have to take care of this one relationship very strongly. Rahul, Rahul. Okay, whatever it is, Heather, you can just practice Ho'oponopono. If there's anything that's lingering in your energetic field, that will get cleared also. Okay, moving to Rahul Kumar. I'm not seeing any past karmas as such for you, Rahul, but I'm being guided by my spirit guides to tell you that you just need to contribute or um, pay for poor children's education, or maybe even provide them with stationery and feed children. These are the two things I'm getting for you. There aren't major obstacles in your path, and you're very likely to get what you want. But there's this minor energy that you can clear with these two remedies. Okay, Heather, you can just forgive her. All right. Tanvi, Tanvi Gandhi. I'm drawn to Tanvi Gandhi. I am receiving that. Okay, I wouldn't go so much in detail, Tanvi. There are a lot of things that I am getting here, but I am receiving that this is your current life situation is a lesson for you to stand on your feet and not depend on those you've been hoping that they reform themselves. I don't see that happening because in the past few lifetimes it has been a strong lesson for you, but it takes you a long time to realize, it takes you a long time to realize that you need to be on your own feet. So become independent, work on yourself, and I hope you understand my message. You're welcome, Rahul. No, yeah, okay. Who do I get drawn to? Hi, Rohit. This is an interesting one. So Rohit wants to know if there is any information about this 5D family in the past. Okay, okay, Rohit, you and I both know that there is no past. So let's see. Oh, I'm seeing lots and lots of conversations here happening with a group of people, and there are three. So one is very close to you, two, three, and there are lots and lots of people. Wow. So you're already here on a mission that I'm not going to talk about here, and you'll get the message. And very soon they're telling me that you'll have a visitation also of some kind, or you may have already had one in the recent past. It may seem like a dream, but it is going to come to you through astral traveling or lucid dreaming. You'll understand that the visitation is going to be very, very soon. It's very, very close in your energy. And I also see you receiving a lot of heavy downloads. They don't feel heavy to you anymore, though. I'm not receiving any accounts from your past lives you're on Earth, Rohit. So this could mean two things. Either you don't have them here on Earth, or they have been purged for you, or there is nothing in the present life that you're dealing with comes to you from those, from your past lives. So I hope that makes sense to you, but you're going to have visitations of some kind very soon. Do let me know when that's happening for you. Hi Amita. Hi Shilpi. Shilpi Sachdev. Shilpi, let's see what I'm getting for you. I am receiving good news. I'm receiving expansion in the family, expansion in life, expansion in the house, money, work, job, career expansions happening, but all stage wise. And towards the from after the mid of this year, after June, I get that a lot of your past lives have been purged, Shilpi, so not being taken there. One thing that the guides are definitely talking about from your past lives is that you need to stop trusting people blindly, because that gives you a setback, that gives your heart a setback. So you will have to, even if you hear somebody, keep that piece of information to yourself, sit on it for a while, wait for everything or the situation to mature, and then try to come to a solution. This is something you'll have to inculcate as a strong as a strong trait in the present life, Shilpi. That's what I'm getting for you. So Rohit says that makes sense. Thank you for letting me know, Rohit. Sunita Sachdev. Okay, let me see. Mehndi Ratha. Guys, I can only go to somebody directly and read their and your energy. I cannot bounce off from your energy to theirs. So for Sudita Sachdev, I am definitely receiving that your money matters will be resolved soon. So there's something you're facing around finances, money, or it's been on your mind. It is going to be resolved soon. They're also telling me that in the past you've been past lives, you've been very careless around money, and also giving money to people who you have absolutely no scope of getting it back from. So try, this is also one pattern that you need to um, revise in the present life. You need to just get rid of this, because this fits in your mind where this is programmed in your mind, where you keep telling yourself, I should not have money because I give it to the wrong people, or I do not know how to deal with money. So this is something you're going to have to rework in the present life. Sakshi Agarwal, past lives. Sakshi Agarwal, my guides are saying that the first thing that I hear very strongly is she needs to stop looking for love. Because there is lack of self love, and they're saying that you need to start trusting yourself a little more and stop looking for it outside. You kind of give out so much energy that you kind of always end up with the wrong people or short term relationships, which you somewhere hope would last a long time. And you are in the habit of avoiding seeing the red flags, is what my guides are saying. So they're saying that there have been instances in the past where past lives where they're giving me a vision. This vision tells me that you have always known that the person is never going to stay, but you kind of somewhere hope and pray that they would, and the relationship goes past its expiry date and you're still kind of hoping that it would work out. So they're saying the lesson for you is to work on yourself, on your heart, and develop self-love. And that's where you will see that instead of you going out in the world to look for love, love is going to find you. That's your message, Sakshi. Hi, Kiran. Hi, Nikunj. Message for you. Okay, let's see if we have a message for Nikunj. Okay. Nikunj, at present, my guides are showing me that is there any kind of problem like sinus, cold, or breathing issues you've had recently or you're currently dealing with? It would help me to know that I'm connecting with your energy. They're showing me that energy is not balanced over there for you, and through your own meditations you can help release that or balance that. You're okay. Nikun says that from past 2 days he's facing um, breathing issues, cold, sinus issues. Okay, so let's see what is the past life connection here. What does he need to know right now? What is the past life? Okay. I'm not seeing a past life for you, Nikunj, but my guides is showing me a symbolic vision for you, and they're showing me that you need to be careful against people who backbite, who cheat, and who deceive. You kind of even know a lot of these people, or you understand when they come around in your life, and but somewhere you don't judge them or you don't want to judge them. You kind of pray on hope that things would fall in place, but things don't turn out so hunky-dory. They're showing me that even now there is somebody around you who, and you have this inkling, you know this strongly, that they're going to turn against you. So this is a very strong message that the guides want you to know at this time. So kind of please take care. Could be a male figure, or could be a female with a very strong masculine energy. I'm picking up that somebody's like gator, like a crocodile, and you need to watch out for that. Hi Amita, happy winters. Sure, trans and food solutions. Okay. Amita, Amita. Is there any message in what her past lives? So I'm reading for Amita Jethani now. Okay. Yes, I'm going to be taking one more after this. Please let me know how your readings resonate. Amita, what I'm receiving for you is that you will find and be on the right path with the true goals you're supposed to achieve once you stay away from the crowd of nagging people. You're very you're a very strong empath, and you get overwhelmed by the energy of those around you, and that really takes your mental balance for a toss. What does it got to do with your past lives? Okay, why you're facing this issue in the present life is, and it's going to remain with you, so you will have to learn to deal with it by not being a part of the crowd or where a lot of things that are not appealing to morality happening. You'll have to always keep yourself safe and away from that. I'm receiving because in fact two past lives you had very strong influence on people, and whatever you said, they immediately believed and they had a lot of faith on you. So that has, and you knew this power of yours, and because it was somewhere used for personal advantage, not only for helping others, then this was turned against you. So now instead of you influencing them, everybody around you can influence you without your knowing. So you're going to have to keep a check on this, meditate, shield yourself, and cleanse yourself, and always be on the right path in life. So that's for you, Amita. Rajiv ji, so nice to see you here. Sure, let me see. Rajiv ji, I see you flourishing very well in the times to come. 2025 is going to see you rise up like you've never seen yourself rise before, and you'll continue to rise even now. I'm not receiving so much from your past life, but I definitely see in the present you've become, you've got some massive downloads from the universe psychically, and it's like your crown chakra has widened. So you may be feeling very psychic, even mediumistic at times, but I feel like you need to meditate and ground excess energy. Otherwise, it's going to result in emotional outbursts or anger and aggression. That is something that's the flip side of this. Too much of energy coming in at once. I also see that you are using technology to create some complicated or achieve some complicated tasks. It's not in the near future, not in 1 or 2 years, but yes, 2025 and 27 are very far away. So I see that time, and I'm getting that you are having a very strong connection with the US continent of US, or a major part of your work may happen there or come to you from there. Progress is imminent. You're going to have great progress in the coming next few months. You're being asked to keep the feminine energy around you happy. Your mother, the wife, and their blessing or their direct thoughts have a strong impact on your life. So make sure that these two relationships are always happy and joyful around you. You will see that any one of them is cross with you, things might uh, feel like they're staggering, but you're going to have to make peace with these two people. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. So I feel like I have read for most of you guys, and I've been here for a while now. So thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure that you share this video with those who need to hear this message, and also please do subscribe to the channel. And I hope to bring you more meaningful videos soon. So take care, and bye bye. And lots of love to each one of you. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.